The sheep are out in the pasture that he made. How exciting is that?
Oh, I got this, don't worry. I don't need help.
Perfect. So things are in full swing here. This spring we have got pigs and sheep and meat chickens. And so in today's video we're going to be showing you a bit of what our chores look like now, and we're going to be taking you moving the sheep into the back pasture. First things first, the sheep have been staying in this shelter for the past couple of weeks because they have been grazing on the front yard. Currently, Dominic has them moved under the apple tree to eat the grass under there, but today is the day that they're moving over to the pasture. So I'm gonna grab some of the stuff from their old home and bring it over to their new home. Just to orient everybody, the sheep were on the front lawn when they got here. That's the shelter that they've been sleeping in since yesterday. They have been hanging out just in here on the other side of the driveway. They have still been sleeping up in the shelter, obviously, just to keep them safe. They're not really big yet. They're still lambs, and we just want to make sure that they're protected from coyotes that might be around. But they're going to move from here into the back over there where the back pasture is. So we've got to walk them from here, woo, up to there. Usually Dominic will entice them with food.
They're going to follow me to the shelter, and I'm going to get them inside eating some grain, and you're going to stand right in the shelter door.
Okay, right. Got it. Why are they chasing the chickens? Hey, Martin! Stop! You're so wet! Long in there!
Get the space full of everything.
So I've got the sheep in here and they're eating. I'm not going to let them out. And Dominic is gone to get the sheep netting, so they stay in this area of the pasture. We have got about 1.25 acres of perimeter fenced area. Okay, they're finished their food and they're kind of getting antsy now. Should pay attention. We've got about 1.25 acres of perimeter fenced area, but we only want them to stay in this first section. So Dominic's going to put up the sheep netting and keep them right here. No, stay here. Oh! No, get it. Hey. There's a little black one that is always getting outside, and when I just looked down, he was under here trying to escape the side. So Dominic's gonna close the gate as another line of defense to keep him in here. New home! Going. When we arrived here in August 2020, the area that we're in right now was totally thick, couldn't even walk through it, spruce. And Dominic, he cut down the trees, he put pigs through here last year and goats, he cleared the brush, burned the brush, bucked up all the wood, planted this seed, and finally it has got sheep on it. That's pretty impressive for like 1.5 years.
Still haven't mastered this though.
He cannot fully appreciate it right now because he's I don't know if you've ever dealt with moving one of these mobile nets before, but for me, I find it very frustrating, so he's not having the greatest time right now. But the sheep are out in the pasture that he made. How exciting is that?
About 5 inches this is the height. Now some of it's longer than this, but this is the height where I should be taking them off the grass. So we waited as long as was feasible. They ate out pretty much everything in the front yard, so I'm going to plow them through this whole section pretty quickly, maybe over the course of a week or 10 days.
Good morning. So it's been about a week. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the pasture now, but first I have got to make sure that all the chores are done and everybody is fed.
So you can see we have the sheep in a bit of a weird spot here now, but actually it's great for us because you can see the stumps around these are like young maple and mostly alders that I cut out of here last year. And I ran the ghost through here a couple of times too last year. And this year again they were coming back up. I got a picture I can share with Jenny to put up, but they were all coming back up and full of leaves, and you know, if I'd let them go I'd have the whipper snip them all again. So I decided that this would be a great place to put the sheep while we're letting the pasture rest. We had a couple of decent areas in the pasture that we let the sheep out onto, and they loved it. I mean, the grass was very palatable for them, but it needs more time. Like most of it needs more time. Down in the back corner, there's almost nothing. So I took some new seed and I seeded over all the bare areas from where the pigs were last year. And we're going to have rain for a couple of days, and then it's going to get warm. So I thought perfect time to seed that and get the sheep off of it. And I'm going to be just using the netting, which is awesome. I'm just going to be hodgepodging them in different places around the yard where there's grass growing. And this is a great example of what a weird area you can put them into. So we're next to the pasture fence, obviously. And you can see that with the net, I'm able to put them right next to the chicken coop. And I can wrap around the corner of the compost, just to take out the compost so they don't get into that. And put them out in front, or out back at the shed and the greenhouse in this area. So the next time I put them out, next place I can put them will be, I'll probably put them right around the greenhouse. Like go down around by the pond, go over by between the tractor and the greenhouse, and along the side of the shed. And just have them eat whatever's there, because I don't care if grass gets along there or not, because that's not going to be a long-term grazing area. Then we can put them in the backyard. We can put them between the garden and the pasture fence. We can put them on the side of the house. The netting's really awesome for just shoving them in different places to get some food into them for free, and it cleans it up a bit too for me, so it's a win-win situation.
Okay, everybody is fed and watered, so that is about it for this video. I'm going to go in and tend on the kids, and we'll see you next time.
Tend on me.
Tend on Dominic. He needs breakfast. He's very hungry. All right, see you later. Have a good week. Get out. Let's go. You too. You're not allowed in there. Oh, she's like caught.
What?
She's caught under the friggin' wires.
Wires?
Get out. Bye. I just fed you guys. Get out. Let's go eat it.